Hello, my crafty friends. If you're watching the replay, um, I'm not going to do anything for a few minutes because this is a live stream and I'm waiting for people to get here. But you can look at my ICADs for the first few days while we're waiting for people to come in. I'll just bring it up here and you can see. And you may have already seen this. I did do a video where I showed them. Hello, Clint. Good to see you. These are the ones that I've done so far, and then I'll do today's tonight. You can't read that one, but it says it's the little things. That one was yesterday's. Hi, Candy. I'm glad you're here. I got this in my way. I need to move it somewhere for until I get through with doing the ICAD. I will show you what I'm spinning though. This is the singles that I'm working on right now. That green little puffy stuff you see in there is silk. And these are the first two bobbins. I'm working on the third bobbin now, and then I'll ply them all together and make one yarn out of it. So hi, Holly. Hi, Riri. Hi, Renee. I'm glad y'all are here. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and work on my ICAD. I hate to start early, but hi, Sherry. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you don't have any bad reactions, Sherry. I pray blessings and health to you. Hi, Julie. I'm glad to see you. The first thing I usually do is choose a stamp, and then I go from there because I decided that all of them are going to have a stamp as the centerpiece. I've got these flowers. I was thinking about maybe using one of these today. But I also, when I was getting one out yesterday, I noticed this kind of sunset. And it's really fun because the envelope it's on, it just matches perfect with the envelope it's on. So that's, I've also was thinking about doing that one. So since you're here, tell me what you think. Should I do a flower or the sunset? Oh, I'm so glad, Sherry. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. So flower, sunset. Which one should I do? Holly says either. Brittany says flower. Okay, we'll just go with the flower because Brittany spoke up first. So now I have to decide which flower. Hannah's been drawing yucca flowers. My mom has a yucca plant in her yard next door, and the flowers, I didn't realize how really pretty and dainty those flowers are. But Hannah's been drawing some of them. This morning she was doing that, and I think she did it a couple of other days too. But anyway, they were really pretty. What reminded me of that is these flowers right here, they kind of hang down, and the yucca flowers do that. They droop. We're used to flowers that open up like this, but the yucca ones, they droop down like that. So Brittany says the top pink one, and Holly says a purple or red one. Well, I guess since Brittany got to choose what we're doing, we're just going to go ahead and use the pink one because I don't care. I like them all. Renee likes the white one. Well, there are several white ones. Well, there's this one that looks kind of like butterfly wings. And this one and that one. I would consider all those white and these. These are really pretty designs. I'm trying to see what year they were. 1991. These are 1991 stamps. I got them in a book. Oh, Holly. Oh, Renee says the top left. So this is the one Renee likes. So maybe we'll do it next. We're gonna let Brittany decide today. So we're gonna do the pink one and do a flower, and then I'll probably make the other decisions. The first thing I want to do is some kind of background because these are really flimsy. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you're here. She likes the blue ones beside it. Okay, well, we'll do some more flower ones on another day. So y'all keep those in mind and let me know. I'm going to look for some kind of background that will look good with this. The pink might look good with it. But that's not really what I was thinking. I was thinking something that was different. But I'm going to hold on to that pink one because we might decide we like it. Surgery on Wednesday. Okay, Teresa. I will be praying. Let me just a second. Let me write this down. What time? What time on Wednesday, Teresa? Hi, Mina. I'm glad you're here. You don't know what time. Okay, well, I'll just pray off and on all day then. That works. They will call you tomorrow with the time. Okay. Well, if we see you tomorrow at, when we're live streaming at Tanya's, you can tell us then if you know a time. Thank you. I'm thinking, what if it looked like this? That's kind of cool background for it. Like that. You like this one, Teresa? Sometimes I'm gone before I see what you say, so I want to make sure this is the one you like. No, the one on black. Oh, okay. This one? Yes. Okay. Well, we will go with this one. I like that one better, but we're going to do this one because it does look good. And I don't know what else I would use it for, so I might as well use it for this, right? Okay, I'm trying to see where. Okay, I think I'm going to do it like this. But you like them all, okay? Let's make sure that's going to work in there. Let me trim this off. I do have scissors. You're going to try the abstract one that Daisy Yellow made. I'll have to look. No, I haven't seen it. I will have to look. Okay. We'll figure out what else to do to it after we get this glued on. It was just a short video yesterday. Okay, Teresa, I'll go look. I will go look, but I need a glue stick. Okay. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad to see you. First, you need to find your paints. Yeah, that's kind of important. I hope you can find them. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Okay, I'm going to just trim this a little bit and make it a little bit maybe smoother. You like it just like it is? Yeah, I do too. And I'm really tempted, even though that's kind of boring. I mean, it's kind of like I didn't do much, to just do this. Hi, Ruth. It's so good to see you. It's been a while. Welcome, welcome. A border around it will be perfect. Okay. There's always just barely little bits that need to be cut off. Oh, I got one more corner. I almost left one corner straight. That would not be good. Okay, let's try that again. I don't think it will change it much, but okay. Well, we're happy to have you. I'm working on my ICAD for today. I'm doing them on Rolodex cards this year, but I think I'm going to ink the edges, and I think I'm going to do it with pink, even though the pink probably won't show up much. The places where it does show up, I think it'll look good. We'll see. I might be totally wrong. Okay. Now I have to decide if I want something else on there. If I put something else on there to border this, I'll end up covering up some of the leaf, which might be fine. But I really like it just like this. Thank you, Ruth. You're right. You're right. Part of being creative is knowing when it's done. Okay. I'm going to say it's done. That's the part of creative I'm going to be tonight. Now, if I can get it centered. A very small bug. I do not think so. I do not think so, but that would be really cute. That would be really cute. Hey, Julie, glad you're back. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let me think. Give me just a second. I have one of those printouts of those bugs that Tanya, I have, take Raffalanche, that Tanya did with the ink tints pencils. And I have one of those that's really small. So let me see if I can find that, because that would be fun. Okay, I don't think it's back there. I don't think it's in there. I've got too many printouts of stuff that I never use. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. We can find us a little bitty bug on there. Okay, let me get this put up out of the way. Or I'll end up with another Craft-A-Lanche. Okay, a little bitty pink bug. How tiny do we want it to be? I think I want to put it on a leaf. We got little sister Cheryl and little sister Teresa. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. I want it to be big enough we know it's a bug. I'm thinking this one. I'm going to cut it out. And then if we think it's too big, we'll go back and cut one of the smaller ones out. Or on the stem. Yeah, somewhere on the plant anyway, for sure. I'll have to draw the legs because I'm not cutting those out. It's hard enough to cut the little bug. I'm not using prompts. Teresa, I decided that instead of using prompts, I was going to use stamps for my center piece. And if I tried to use the prompts, I think the stamps, trying to mix the stamps and the prompt on this tiny little space would be too hard. So I didn't want to do too hard. Okay, there's our little bug. I need to ink around it though, make it show up a little bit more because it's eeny tiny. And then we will draw some legs. I don't know if that helps at all, but I don't know if the inking made much difference. I'm trying to decide where we want it. I think kind of right there, like it can't decide which leaf it wants to be on. So let's glue it down, and then we will, I'm going to use art glitter glue because I can do it tinier. Glue stick would just get all over me. Come on. And then we will, if we don't get a lot of glue oozing out, we will try to draw legs. Okay, let me find my pen. Here's a maroon pen and a green pen. I need the black one just like those because it's tiny. And of course, I don't see it. Okay, where? Oh, here it is. Okay. Hi, Andrea. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, praise the Lord, Julie. I'm so happy. Thank you for keeping us updated. Okay, I need to look at how the legs go. First of all, it has a couple of little antennae and some little legs out here. These are not going to be easy to see anyway, but, and little legs there, and then some down here. Okay. You can't really tell much, but I did draw some legs on him. So he can be mobile now and move around. Okay. I like that. I'm happy with it. So today is June the 7th, 2021. And now I got to clip my holes so I can stick it in my thing. Okay. Oh, I am sure, Julie. I am sure. I'm so happy for you. Okay. And we will put this right back here. Yay! Oh, thanks, Andrea. Yeah, we like thumbs. Okay, I'm going to stick this under here so it'll hopefully not get lost. My biggest worry is this thing getting lost before my before July 31st. Okay, let's put this up. Now, I had a couple of people, a girl named Jill, I can't remember what her last name was asking about spinning. And I told her I was going to I would talk about spinning tonight, and I would show y'all my electric spinner, those of you who haven't seen it. As far as I know, she's not here yet, but she might not make it, so she might want to watch the replay anyway. So that's fine. I do want to show you that these are the first two plies of the yarn that I'm spinning right now. And I'm going to, when I get this one done, that's on the spinner, when I get this one done, then I will ply the three together and have a 3-ply yarn. And I'll show you how I do that in a minute. But I did want to start off, those of you who haven't seen, I did do a series, and I even did a class on how to spin with spindles. And but this is how I started, was with a spindle. And anybody, you know, can do this because it's a toy wheel, a dowel rod, and a little bitty cup hook. And you can make a spindle very inexpensively. And then you can learn to spin yarn on it. Now, your first yarn won't be this fine. If it is, then you're a prodigy. I certainly was not a prodigy. My first yarn was very thick and bulky and not very pretty, actually. But anyway, this is spinning on a hand spindle. And this is some wool fiber that I bought. And I don't have a lot of it. It was, I think it came, you know, like I got a sample pack or something that had some other things with it. But here is what this looks like. It is pretty involved, Andrea. It's fun, and I love every step of the process. But it does take some doing, some work, and some practice. Anyway, this is what this wool looks like. This is a merino top, and when it's top, that means that all the fibers are lined up going this direction, and you can kind of see that they're all going that direction. If it was roving, they would be unorganized. So and when we first start spinning, we have to look at the staple length. And this is a staple length right here for this. And merino is a pretty short staple length. This looks like it's about, I don't know, 2.5 or 3 inches. Let's see. And that's pretty average for merino. Oh, it's yeah, I would say 3, maybe a little more than 3. If I go all the way to the ends, it comes apart again, which means that the 4 inches that I had here was not all one staple. So if I hold it and pull everything off, then I have some, you know, some of them are that long, but a lot of them are not. So anyway, that's how you decide how far to draft when you're spinning, because when you're spinning, you want to draft the fibers as the twist goes in, but you don't want to draft more than half the length of the fibers, which means I don't want to draft this more than 2 inches at a time. So that's why it ends up, you know, taking a little while to spin. Now, what I'm spinning on the spinner right now This I'm spinning long draw, and I haven't ever shown that, I don't think, because I've never really spun that way much before. But the long draw is where you pull the fibers out and let the twist just go into it. And there are different kinds of long draw. And what I do is, I've seen people just call it long draw, and some people call it American long draw. And there's an English version as well. It's kind of like knitting. There are American ways and English ways. I don't know why we have to do things differently. I don't know. I don't know why. But anyway, you'll hear people say that they're spinning English long draw or American long draw. And the main difference is that American long draw is what I would call supported long draw. And I may not even have this completely accurate because, like I said, I haven't spun long draw before. But let me just spin a little bit with this. And it's spinning on this table is not the same as spinning sitting down or standing up. But what you do is you flick the spindle and you want it to go clockwise. So you just turn it and you let it build up some twist. And when you're first starting, after you get twist build up, and you want it to build up behind this hand, once you get the twist build up, then you hold it there and you draft some fibers out. And then you let the twist go into those fibers. And then you spin some more. And you draft out some more fibers and some more fibers. And if you're standing up, you can just keep doing this until it gets to the ground and you can't hold it up anymore. And then you take it and you wind it on to the cop, which that's what this is called, the cop, C-O-P. I'm not sure why. I know it controls the twist, controls the yarn. Maybe that's why. I don't know. For a long time, I thought it was C-O-B. I thought it was a cob. And then I found out it's not. It's cop. Anyway, that's how you spin on a spindle. And if you're spinning on a spindle or a spinning wheel or an electric spinner, what your hands do is basically the same thing. The difference is how the twist gets put in. Here you put the twist in. This is your whirl, and it is putting the twist in by helping this stick spin. If you just had a stick, you could roll the stick and put twist in just fine. But the whirl on it makes it spin in the air, and you can get a lot more twist a lot faster. So this is faster than the first kind of spinning that was done, which was spinning, well, actually spinning on a stick was second. We theorize. I don't think there's any proof because nobody is still alive who did it first who could tell us. But the theory is that the first thing they did was spin fibers by twisting them. Let me just show you. By taking fibers and pulling them out and twisting them like this. And they realized that that would hold together. So then they started putting it on their leg and twisting it and drafting. But then you still got to find some place to store to keep the twist in. And that's hard to do if it's on your leg. And that's why a stick works, because the stick is a place to hold it. You can spin yarn just between your fingers, but you can't hold it that way very long. So the stick holds the twist in the yarn until you're ready to ply it. And then adding the whirl just makes it easier and faster to spin. And when you move from this to a spinning wheel, then you've got a big whirl, which makes it faster and easier to spin yet again. So, yeah, beat them on a rock and rub them together. But getting that twist in there, it's pretty easy to figure that out. Figuring out how to keep it in there is not quite as easy. Now, there's some rope building equipment that they found, and I can't remember where this was first discovered, where they spun those fibers, those plant fibers, by using a rock, and they would twist them around the rock, and then they would twist the rock, and they would make this and keep adding them in and make a really long rope. But when they did that, somebody's holding the rock and twisting it, and somebody else is adding this fibers in and keeping it taut as they add them in. So that's a 2-person job to make a rope like that. So anyway, the background of spinning is really interesting. The most modern version is the kind of electric spinner. And the nice thing about this, above a spinning wheel, is that you can do it even if your legs don't work right or your back hurts or whatever. You don't have to be able to treadle the spinning wheel. Some people just don't like using the spinning wheel because the coordination in their legs and their hands don't work together good enough to do that. And it is harder. If you're just having to worry about the coordination of drafting and spinning, and you don't have to worry about what your legs are doing or your feet are doing, that cuts down on half of the issue, you know. So, so it is, this is a step easier for if you have trouble with your backs or your knees or your hips or whatever. And that's one reason I got this. I love my spinning wheel. This will spin a finer yarn than my spinning wheel too, which I like. So, hi Sharon. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. Hi Shelly. I'm glad y'all are both here. Sorry. Anyway, that's why I went to an electric spinner. Spinning wheels are more romantic. They're more nostalgic. Spindles are kind of the same way. But for me to be able to spin and not hurt myself, I needed an electric spinner. And this particular one is called the Electric Eel Wheel 6.0. And this is sold at a website called Dreaming Robots, dreamingrobots.com. And most electric spinners that you find cost close to $1,000 up to $3,000. This one cost under $300 with 6 bobbins. And it spins beautifully. So it's well worth the money. And you lose some beauty. You know, it's not made out of wood and all of that, but it spins so well, I don't care about that. When I had to give up my wheel most of the time, I mean, I'm still going to keep my wheel for doing demonstrations and things, but how this looks isn't as important to me as how it spins, and it spins wonderfully. So I am going to spin on it a little bit, and I don't know if I can show you what long draw looks like. I don't have that much space, but I'll try. I'll show you the difference between the short forward draw, which is a worsted draw, and the long draw, which is a woolen draw. And it makes a difference in what your yarn ends up looking like. I guess I didn't bring it out here. Let me see. I had some pieces of 2-ply and 3-ply yarn that I thought I had with all this stuff, so I could show you the difference. Let me run back in and see if I can find that, because it does make a difference whether you do a 2-ply or a 3-ply. I'll be right back. Let me get some plot paper because I think you'll need that to see this. Um, okay, this is what I'm spinning right now, and this is a 3-ply right here, and this is the 2-ply. And you can see this one is much more inconsistent, but it's the same yarn as this, but the 3rd ply evens it out better. So it makes it a little bit easier to work with in some ways. I've done a lot of 2-ply yarns, and a lot of people, I'm not a knitter, but I have some spinning friends who are knitters, and they like knitting with 2-ply yarns, and other knitters don't like knitting with 2-ply yarns. So I think it kind of depends. I've crocheted some, but anyway, the basic thing is it doesn't make a much bigger yarn. It just makes a more smooth yarn. Lisa, please read Holly's note. Okay, let me look. I will right now, Holly. Heavenly Father, we lift Holly up to you right now and her child, Dustin. Lord, we don't know what they need, but you do. And we pray that you will be with them, that you will hold them in your hand and keep them safe, and that you will bring resolution to whatever the problem is, Lord, in a way that will be a blessing to their family. We just lift them up to you now, and we thank you that we can come to you even if we don't know what the problem is, and we can have confidence that you will be there. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Teresa. When you can make as many plies as you can control the yarn. If you could make a 10-ply yarn if you want to, if you have a way to control 10 different spools of yarn. I have an Lazy Kate with this that I bought with this, and one of the things broke, so I just wanted a new the piece you put in here to hold it, but he sent me a whole new Lazy Kate. So now I have 5. I could do a 5-ply yarn with that Lazy Kate if I could control 5 plies with my hands. I have never tried that. I've only done 1 3-ply. So this is going to be my second 3-ply yarn. But I do like the way it looks and how much smoother it looks. But you can see, I think you can see that this is kind of a fuzzy yarn. And that's because I'm spinning it with a woolen spin, and it's a woolen prep. A bat is a woolen preparation. It's probably still called semi-woolen because there's a pure woolen prep and spin, and there's a pure worsted prep and spin, and everything else is either semi-worsted or semi-woolen, depending on how close it gets to the pure one. I don't do anything pure when it comes to spinning. Mine's always a semi something. So, because I don't hand comb my top, I don't have combs to do that. They're too expensive. So I use other preparations, and a true worsted is spun from hand comb top. So at least that's what I've been told. So I'm a semi spinner. I do semi everything. But I like it, and I like my yarns that come out. So that's all that really matters. One other thing, you can work just with this. You don't even have to ply it. It's harder, and one this fine would be more difficult because it will come untwisted so easy. But if you make a thicker singles, you can knit and crochet and weave and whatever with it. I could weave with this okay. If I was a really good knitter or a really good crocheter, I might could crochet with it. But it would not be easy as fine as this is. But plied together, I can do any of those things. So, okay, let's go ahead and spin just a little bit here. This is my on-off switch, and you just hit it and it turns on. You hit it again and it turns off. So, and when you're doing a long draw, worsted long draw, you have to play with it some, and I'm used to doing it not at this angle, so it's going to take me a minute to probably get it the way I'm used to spinning it. See, that didn't work. I lost it. That's all right. You lose it sometimes. But now finding it again is going to be the issue. Okay. I had to go back a ways because I wasn't letting it get enough spin in. When you're used to spinning, good grief. Okay. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay. I've got to get started. I've got to restart. So I have to keep the twist in this while I'm working with it to get it through here. And if you let go of it, it will lose the twist. So, okay. Let's put this in here. We'll let it attach itself. Okay, that's a supported long draw. Okay, because I'm allowing and holding off the twist and pulling back from back here. That's considered a long draw spin. Now sometimes you have to adjust it. Now the short forward draw, which is a worsted draw, is like this. You pull forward and then you smooth your yarn into the spin. And it makes a smoother yarn because you're smoothing down all those little fluffy things. So this little bit of the yarn is not going to be as fluffy as the rest of it. And that's called a short forward because I'm pulling the drafting zone forward. You can also do a short backward, which is like this. Where you pull the fibers back. It all produces yarn. Just depends on what works most comfortably for you and what produces the kind of yarn you like. Most beginning spinners do use a short forward draw because I really believe it's the easiest to control. And most worsted spinning is done with a short forward draw. Anyway, I've been spinning this particular spin with a long draw because I'm practicing. Hi, Beth. I'm glad you're here. It's kind of hard to see that. Hold on a second. Sometimes I have to do this when I'm spinning so I can keep my yarn consistent too. But maybe this will let you see what's happening with the yarn. I'm just letting the twist go in and build up, and then I'm pulling back. If I want it a little fatter because that got kind of thin, then I pull a few more fibers out. And then I get started again. And I'm not a professional long draw spinner. I'll just tell you, this is only the second skein of yarn I've even spun long draw. So I'll show you, Mina. Okay, I pulled it off. That's one of the first things you learn, and you learn it out of necessity, Mina, because because you break it all the time. But there are different ways you can do it. One way is to just lay the spun yarn on top of your fiber and let it catch as you're spinning. It catches right there. And then you just keep on spinning. Another way, and this is going to be harder for me to do because I'm left-handed, but I'm going to do a 3-ply, Julie. I've already got 2 plies done. This is what those both look like. And this is my third one. So the other way to do it is to take your fibers and put them in like that and let them catch and then pull it down. And some people swear by one and some people swear by the other one. I tend to do whatever is easiest at the moment. I think they both work fine. But that's 2 different ways that you can add on. There's another way, and I'll show you it in just a second. Okay. It's magical. Yes, it is. Okay, the other way is, and you don't do this as much with a bat because the preparation doesn't split as easy. And I don't see people do this very often, but when I was first learning how to spin, this is the way I did it because it was easier. Hi, Joy. I could be sure to get my join where I couldn't always be sure before. And that's to split your top or your roving, whatever it is, and set that in there so that you can be sure that it will catch it. But I find that it catches just fine if you just lay it in there. You don't have to actually split the fibers and put it back in. One thing you need to do that I'm not doing right now is you need to do your long draw a consistent length so that by the time it gets on there, it has had the same amount of spins, twist added in each time. And I'm not doing that now because y'all can't see that far, but this is a bat that I spun, and then I dizzed it off into roving to spin because it's easier to spin from roving than from a bat. I've only tried to spin from a bat once, and that was a long time ago. I think it was the first bat I ever made, actually, and it didn't go well for me. So yes, the ply is where you put together more than one single yarn. You can leave them singles or you can ply them. You have a choice. And the when you spin it, this is a singles yarn, and they put the S on there. I'm not sure why. And then you've got, 2 ply on up to however many plies you want to do, however many you can control. I think I could probably do 4 or 5 relatively easily. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I probably could. But I have seen people spin with like 10, and I don't know how they kept that all straight. I think it was one of those things they did as a challenge to themselves rather than because that's the way they spin normally. You spin each ply, Beth. This is a 1 ply. You spin it and you spin a second one. And if you want a 2 ply yarn, then you take these two and you put them together onto a third bobbin. If you want a 3 ply, you spin 3 bobbins and put them together onto a bobbin. And what you do is you have them sitting over here on a lazy Kate where you're pulling the yarn off of them, and then you're holding them, each ply in your fingers, and you just work your hands down, and then you pull it forward and work your hands down. So you're holding them close together so the twist goes in evenly, and then you pull them towards the spinner. So so you can do however many plies you want. And there are ways to do a 2 ply or a 3 ply yarn where you don't have to have 2 or 3 bobbins. One way is called spinning from a 2 ply ball. I mean a center pull ball where you're spinning from the top and the bottom and the outside of that ball, and you're just keeping those yarns as they go in. So the nice thing about that one and the chain plying, that's the way you can make a 3 ply yarn with only 1 bobbin, is that when you get to the end, you've used it all up. With these, if I don't have them measured out exactly, and you rarely do have them measured out exactly, even if they weighed exactly the same when you started, there's little bits of fiber that come off, or you make some places thinner than other places, more on one than on another one, or whatever. They don't always end up the same. But if I'm spinning a chain ply, which is kind of like making a big crochet loop over and over and over, and then squeezing those together as they twist to go in for a 3 ply, you can do it just from one. And some people, if they only have 1 bobbin, Hannah's done this because the little spinning wheel that she had first only had 1 bobbin. So she would just wind off what was on her bobbin into a ball, and then she would do another one and wind it off into a ball, and then she would either hold those 2 balls in her hand, or she would put them on the floor or in a bowl or whatever, and then she would ply from those 2 balls instead of from 2 bobbins. It is not as easy to control if you're doing it from balls as it is from bobbins. But see, there's like bits like this. When I took it off and I had to restart it, that's throwaway. Okay. Hey, Angie. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I didn't notice you earlier. I think I've seen everybody. Candy, have I said hi to you? I don't know. I hope so. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, that's kind of basic spinning. And I am really, really enjoying. In fact, I spin every day. And I've never done that. I've never been able to do that on my wheel. Even when I first got it, my back hurt bad enough I couldn't spin every day. But I've literally spun every single day since I got this little spinner. So oh, good. Thanks, Candy. Excuse me. Woo. Anybody have any more questions about spinning or anything that you want me to show you? I could go get another bobbin and show you some different techniques if you want me to, or different things, because I can take this one off and add to it later. So if you have questions, I don't mind answering them or doing examples while I've got it out here. But if y'all are tired of this and you want to move on to something else, we can do that too. The more plies together, the stronger it is. That's true, Cheryl. It also makes it thicker. So if you spin fine and you want a thick yarn, but you don't spin thick, because sometimes it's hard when you've gotten down to spinning fine to go back to spinning thick. But if you want to, you want a thick yarn, but you only spin fine yarn, then you can put a bunch of plies together to make a thicker yarn. So there's two reasons. One is strength, and one is the size of the yarn you want. And another reason is the more plies, the really rounder the yarn gets too. And so it's got more definition, like stitch definition. You'll get more stitch definition in a 3-ply yarn than you will a 2-ply yarn. And it's denser. So it will be a heavier yarn. If you've got a 6-ply yarn, it'll be a lot heavier yarn than a 3-ply yarn. It's so soft. Yeah. And Mina, the non-itchy part kind of depends on the person. There is a merino wool called superwash merino where they have descaled it so it won't felt, and that is the softest of all because there are no scales, and almost anybody can wear that that wool because of the scales being taken off of it. But there are a lot of wools out there that are not scratchy like you would think. If you just go to the store and buy a wool sweater, there's a big difference in the kind of wools or the quality of the wools that spinners buy to spin and the quality of the wools that go to the mills and make the yarn that's made into clothing in a factory. But merino is, and not all merino is that soft either. Some merino is not very soft, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's a commercial prep, and so it's been processed a lot. But I found out, I used to think I couldn't wear wool at all. I didn't want wool anything before I started spinning because I thought I was allergic to it because everything I picked up that was wool itched really bad. But the yarns that I've spun don't, if I wrap them around my hand, they don't feel itchy, most of them. Now there are some that do, but most of them don't. So even though they're not merino, but merino is the it's the ultimate that everybody's trying to get a longer wool, a stronger wool, or whatever wool that feels like merino. That's kind of, and so most times when you get a certain kind of wool and they call it a cross, that means they've crossed that kind of sheep with a merino, hoping to get a softer wool. Not always. If it's not merino they crossed it with, then they will tell you this is a Targhee BFL cross, or this is a Toonie Romney cross, or something like that. But if they just say like a Corriedale cross or a BFL cross, then that means they crossed it with merino. I hope that makes sense. Angie's going to be back in a minute. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Yay. Thank you. Thanks, Mina. I like it when things make sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking around a subject and I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it, because sometimes when you spin, you forget that the terminology you use is not the same terminology that non-spinners would use. Even knitters that don't spin don't use the same kinds of, all the same terminology. that spinners use. And it's the same thing with weaving. It's the same thing with knitting or crochet or whatever you do. It's the same thing with art journaling versus junk journaling. You know, every kind of craft or art that you do has its own terminology. And it makes perfect sense if you're used to using it and used to doing it. But when you're explaining it to other people, it doesn't always make sense. Okay, let me turn this off and get these out of the way. Well, it's fun to spin. I would rather spin than crochet, and I don't know how to knit. So, but yeah, it's the same. It's the same with weaving, the warp and the weft, and you know, you might not know what those are if you don't weave, unless you talk to weavers. If you get stuck listening to weavers, then you find all those things out. But um, and that's why if you like I said, I could weave with this just like it is. It would be the weft yarn I would be using it for. I would not use this for warp, because the warp yarns are always under tension and it would just fall apart. But I could use it as a weft yarn with no problem at all. So, and how you finish your yarns off kind of depends on what you're going to do with them too. Some people like to knit or crochet with yarns that have not been washed or finished. They're still got all the energy in them, because it torques their crochet or their knitting. And other people hate that because it torques their crochet or knitting. And I've heard several people say that weaving with unfinished yarn, unwashed yarn, is more predictable than knitting or crocheting with it. I haven't done any of those things. I always finish my yarn. Maybe I need to try it. I don't know. Hi, Mary. I'm glad you're here. I've been talking about spinning and yarn, showing them the project I'm working on right now. These are the first 2 plies. I'm spinning the 3rd one right now. Yes, thank you, Cheryl, for adding that in for people who weren't here when we prayed. Holly needs prayers for her son, Dustin. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you're here. Okay, well, I want to do something. I didn't make a list. Mary always has a list, and so she just moves right seamlessly from one thing to another. And I just kind of go, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I want to work in here. I got lots of pages that still need some papers of some kind put in them. And I was going to do some with napkins, and then I couldn't find my napkins last time. Well, I found them. So let me get those out, and we'll add some more. My friend Rosemary is a Navajo teacher in Cheney, Arizona. Wish she lived closer. She shows me how to build my own loom and weave. Yes, she would. That's cool. There are, you can find patterns for building your own looms, especially a Navajo loom. Hannah found one online. So you could find it and you could do it, but it's easier with somebody who knows what they're doing, and it'd be more fun to have a friend helping you too than trying to do it on your own. But it can be done, Mina. Okay, let me find those napkins. Where did I put them? Oh. Oh dear. I have it right here. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to move this spinning stuff off of here. I don't want to get glue on it accidentally. In fact, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to take a minute and run it back into the house so that it's out of the way, and I don't end up, like I say, messing something up. I'll be right back. Okay, we're not going to do a ton of pages with napkins, but I am going to do some. So I bought a sitting loom. I hope to use it sometime. A sitting loom. I'm trying to visualize. Is that a like a rectangular piece that's, or is it a rigid heddle loom that will set off of the table into your lap? You got me all interested now, Cheryl. I've never heard one called a sitting loom. That doesn't mean that there's not one called that. I just haven't heard it. So I want to know what exactly that is. A loom on a stand. Okay. So is it a rigid heddle loom? Or is it a tapestry loom? Both of those have stands. Okay, let's see. A tapestry loom. Cool. Oh, I would love for you to work on that. And this is not it didn't, for some reason it didn't actually get it wet. Okay. Boy, that was not being very good. Weaving loom on a stand. Okay. I made a tapestry loom, but the height that it was at was that was back when my back was really bothering me. It was too low for me to use, and so I gave it away. But I kind of wish I had it back now. I could put it, make the stand taller. But I didn't think about that at the time. I just knew I couldn't use it, and I gave it away. Yeah, no, you don't want to have to hold it in your hands if you can help it. It's always easier to weave if you don't have to hold it in your hands. I agree. Okay, I need something to put under here. Let me grab something. Oh. I don't know how far this goes up or out, but I want to make sure I have enough glue. So I'm maybe adding too much. I don't know. I don't know how far this goes. Let's see. Okay, I need to add some more. This glue is not as wet and sticky as the kind of glues that I normally use. So you have to be a little more generous with it to get it to work. It does work, but you gotta. Yeah, some of them you hook on the edge of a table and just scoot your chair back, and it lays in your lap, hooked onto the table. I have one of those, a rigid heddle loom that's like that. Um, so I can put it on the table in front of me in the living room in my recliner, and I can weave on it. I have to admit I haven't used it as much as I thought I would. Um, and I think it's because the project I have on there right now I don't really like, and I need to just take it off so I can actually use it. Because I'm not wanting to finish that project. So, okay. Well, there's a start to that. I'm wondering if we should add a little bit over here. I think I might like that. Let's try it. Hi, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. It's okay. We're just got all the yarn stuff out of the way, and so now we're gonna play with um, putting some napkins in this book. After we've done a few pages like that, we'll go back to other papers. Long day with mom and chores. Oh. Well, I'm glad you were able to get it all done, even if it wasn't exciting. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. You agree, take it off and start something else. The love is gone. Yeah. Yeah, the love is gone. It just feels wasteful to do that, so I haven't done it. But the truth is, it's just as wasteful, maybe even more so, to let it just sit there because I don't really want to finish that project. And I hadn't really thought about it quite like that until just now. So, oh dear. That didn't work out quite like I planned, but that's okay. Oh, a weaving project I have on my rigid heddle loom. It's some cotton, kind of a terry cloth thing, except it's not a soft terry cloth that I bought, and I warped up this loom, and then I didn't really like it. I'll have to show it to y'all one of these days. Maybe when I take it off to do something else, I'll show you. I've probably got a couple of towels woven already. I just haven't finished it. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Angie. Night time, little one. Okay, I'm gonna tear this and put it in here. Oh, okay, this way. We're gonna put it in this way. I agree, Tanya. I don't know why I hadn't just thought about doing that before. I've just been leaving it sitting there because um I didn't really want to do it. But I don't know why it never occurred to me to just take it off and forget it. Hmm. No. It needs to go like this. Okay, knit and lurk. That sounds good, Tanya. The problem is this little bird, like his beak, is going to be right in the crease of the page. Maybe so, Cheryl. I don't know. I'll have to take it off there and we'll see. I don't know how much is even left. And I may change my mind and just go ahead and I don't have a whole lot of the weft yarn left anyway. So I may just need to weave it off as far as the weft yarn will go. And then another reason I quit doing it was because I realized I didn't have enough weft yarn to finish it. And I was trying to decide, do I want to add something else in? I don't know. Okay, let's move this. Lots of glue because this kind of glue stick takes lots of glue to get it to work. It works, it just takes a lot of it. This is the BAZIC I got from Amazon. If you're desperate, it'll work, but it's not as good as um, the Elmer's Extreme or the Scotch Create. I like both of those much better than this one, but it's usable, so I'm using it. Not going to waste it. Okay, that's pretty. The group likes to brainstorm. That's true. I ought to give you a chance to do that. We'll see. Trying to decide, do I want to add in another little bird? No, I think this one little bird and that one little butterfly up there can be the focal points of this much of the page anyway. Okay. I got too much glue up there because I didn't have enough napkin to go up that high. Okay, so let's put this in there. See, I got quite a few more here, so we're definitely not going to do all of them with napkins. Oh, that's pretty. All of these napkins, I've used this part, so they're all where I have to use this part if I want to use them on here. So they're all coming from the same side of the page. But that's the way it is. A hot bath makes me sleepy too. That sounds nice, actually. We got wool drying over our bathtub, so the one we don't take showers in, the other bathtub, the one that's deep that I can take a hot bath in. Right now, it has wool drying over it, so I can't take a hot bath tonight. Otherwise, I might after y'all talking about it. Okay, let's see. Priorities. There you go. Yep. Yeah, that yarn's got it's a pretty big priority. Well, the wool. I mean, it's not yarn yet. This is some that Hannah got at that estate sale, and she washed the whole thing at once, so it's taking a long time to dry. Okay. Let me go back up and see how high I need to go on this one, so maybe I won't do that again. Okay. Woo. Okay. get enough over there. And that is too straight. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's get rid of some of it. Okay, that helps a little bit, I think. Where do you get knitting lessons? There are YouTube videos where people will show you how to knit stitches and things like that. Um, I I took a knitting class at the library the one time I tried to learn how to knit. There are probably DVDs and things like that you could buy too to learn how to knit. I haven't ever tried that, but okay, that's sticking out a little bit. Almost got all the extra off. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No, no, no. I didn't get enough glue on the edge. There we go. Yeah, Ravelry's a good place to try. That's a great idea. Okay. Let me get another piece of parchment paper. Hey, Julie, I'm glad you're back. Oh, dear. I'm a really bad terror. I'm a really bad terror. Anyway, it still works. I guess it's okay. All right, let's find one more something in here we want to use. Ooh, poppies. Yep, 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 yep. I like poppies. Okay, let's see if we can take this apart. Oh, that's true, Julie. Oh, goodness. Look, there's some shadows. We'll use that on something sometime. Okay. We're going to do this one from this other direction. Okay. Should I take off some more? I'm trying to decide if I should take off some more here, or if I should take off some there, or if I should leave it like this. No, I'm assuming that means don't take off anymore. That was definitive. Okay. Leave it, leave it. Okay. Okay, y'all win. Okay. Stay. I don't know where that, maybe it won't fly away if it's up there. Uh-oh. Okay. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, these are pieces that are left over from, I think, from when Tanya and I did our napkin journal. So it feels kind of like I've done this before, but this is different. This is in a book. Okay. I wish you did too, Angie. I wish you did too. Okay. I'm trying to remember where the other, I have another set of pages that, okay, back here, that need some more stuff on them. Okay. Let's see if I've got anything else that says I have to go in this book. Oh, okay. I think we need to use this one. I don't think I want the edge though. So I think I'm gonna um, take that off. I just don't really want that gold edge on this one. Okay. So we've got this. Take that part off. No, this isn't a napkin journal. And I'm saying that because I have a bunch of other kinds of stuff in here too. I'm just putting some napkins as my focal points. I mean, as my background for some pages. So no, I wouldn't consider this a napkin journal. It's going to have some pages where the backgrounds are napkins, though. I'll show you other stuff that's on here so you'll understand why I say that. Okay. All right, let's do this one first. Um, okay, just a second. I may be taking a little bit more off of this one. Just over here. Okay. If there's not enough glue, I can add glue in a little bit. That's one nice thing about Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, there you go. course, some of these, the thing I like is that the page shows through, so you kind of have to choose your napkin. You might want something like this to cover up yucky pages. Trying to find something else that's, dark all over that would, something like this would cover up a yucky page. Okay. Oh, warming up corn tortillas. Taco sounds wonderful. I've never had chorizo tacos, but if somebody cook them for me, I'd be willing to try them. You want to come cook some for me, Mina? Okay. Let me get a piece of, well, let's see if this one's dry enough. Nope, still got some glue. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I think they're pretty napkins. Okay, let's just shut this and then let me show you what I've done. Let's start at the back because in the front I've done some painting and I haven't done any painting, I don't think, in the back. So what I did is I started out just putting down papers, just collaging down background papers. Hi, Allie. I'm glad you're here. Some of them were, colored papers. Some of them are a mix. Some are just vintagey looking papers. So I just did a bunch of different stuff, whatever I grabbed that I thought looked like it would go good together. Sometimes I put some straight pieces in. Sometimes I didn't. See, this one I've got pieces going, trying to make them kind of feel like they go together, the two pages. So I'm making spreads, I guess. And then I've got a few napkins. Let's go back. Let's go over here. Okay. So here's some more. So the first step is just putting down paper. I'm just doing some napkins now because I decided I wanted to. Okay. And then, have I painted all? Yeah. I've done something extra. Didn't do much extra on this one, just some inking. But on these, well, and not all of them even. Here's the first napkin I put down. I put some napkin up there and some down here, and then we did some paint and splatters and stuff on it. Chorizo is a kind of sausage, I think. I may be wrong. In my mind, that's what it is. Okay, here's some more pages that I haven't done any painting or anything on. I'm just putting papers down as my base coat. And then I come back and paint on them. Some of these that I've done I like, and some of them I don't. I like that one. And as far as I'm concerned, that one's done. I like this one. And I just painted over it, and then I added in the fairies. So to me, that one's done. This one, it's definitely not done because I don't like it. So it's got to have some more stuff till I like it. I like this one. This one can be done, or I might add something to it. I don't know. That one's going to need something else because I don't really like it either. I do like this one, but it probably needs something else anyway. I think this one is done. Pretty much done. Okay, just a second. Okay, well, still don't have enough glue. There's several pages glued together there. I like this, but it's not finished. And that needs something else too. It didn't turn out like I wanted. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not finished. So it's just an art journal is what it is. Just a place to play. And I've been, mostly putting papers down for my first layer on all the pages, but I decided to do some napkins. But I think I've done all the napkins I want to do right now. I've got these, scraps of, oh, there's the black and white napkin. I need to put that in my black and white pile for tomorrow. Where is that pile? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. All right, let me get rid of this. And let's find the I'm going to find a stack of stuff I can bring over and play with. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to go through and tear some pieces and put them on here. And it's not like I have a major plan when I start. I just grab things I think go together and put them in there. First, I just kind of grab stuff and that I think might go together. Let's put some of this. That looks like it'll go with it. Well, it's got to be good if it's got lots of onion and garlic, because I love onion and garlic. And sometimes I may make them too samey, but I think that it turns out makes it into a cohesive page if they have some sameness. That's how it feels to me anyway. Okay, let's see. What else can we add in? We need to pop us something. Oh. I don't know if we'll put that on there or not, but I kind of like it. And there's 2 arrows in here, so I thought it would be fun to see if we can add those in. Hi, Debbie. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Well, there's another arrow that might, I don't know. Let's take it. We might use it. Okay. I think that's enough for these pages. And one thing I have not done in here that I usually do is ink stuff before I put it down, because I'm going to put paint and stuff over the top of it. So I'm not bothering to ink things. That may or may not end up being a good thing. We don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one down here. Ooh. I want that under there. Okay, let's put this here. Is that got enough sticky? There we go. Thank you, Janet. I'm so happy to see you. Glad you're here. Trying to decide which way I want my arrow to go. You can put an arrow all kinds of different directions. I think I kind of like it right here. I think I do. I hope y'all don't like it, want it somewhere else, because I think this is where it's going to go. There we go. Okay, so there's that page. And okay, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. sometimes you just have to make a decision and put it down, especially when you're doing it like this and you have no idea what you're going to do for the next step after you get papers on here. Some of the things I've tried in here have turned out nice and some of them have not. So that's okay because it's, you know, it's play. Okay, there's a little bit. Needs some glue. Okay, I kind of like that one, but I don't know if I want 3 or if I just want 2. I kind of like the 3. What do y'all think? Should this one be on there or not? Y'all got to talk to me again. Sorry, got to talk to me for a minute. Julie says 3. Okay. Okay. Well, that's what I thought too. So y'all win. Since you agree with me. Okay. There we go. 3 looks more complete. I agree. Even if it's just a first layer, it's still, I don't know, it still works better. Okay, I like that one. Okay. Let's see what. Goodness, sorry. Thanks, Mary. Okay. One thing I don't think I've done in the other ones is carry anything across the page. So it might be fun to do that on this one. This is not a terribly thick piece, so. Let's carry something across the page. Okay, for now we're just going to leave it there, and we'll think on it some more. Um, this is more brittle, so we definitely don't want to try to carry it across the page. Okay, let's take that off too. We don't want to be trying to read it. We just want the picture. Okay. That's upside down. I don't want it upside down. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to add? Maybe some words. Well, we got words behind it already, so we don't need words. We need something with a little bit of color. Some bright orange. I'm not really big on orange, so I'm not in the mood for that today. We could put some sock monkeys on there. It's not a lot of color, but it would be something different. You could put that on there. Or that. Oops. Art glitter glue is what I would use because you can go around all the little bits of the detail. Does that make sense? That's what I would use for something with a lot of detail. If you're meaning like fussy cut detail. Um, okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, I don't think I want that one. We could add in one of these. Circles goes with the drawings. I agree. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. And I think I want the big circles. Thank you, Tanya. And I'm trying to decide how I want the circles on there now, because big. Okay, big circles. Okay, got it. Let's take a little of this down. Okay. I'm trying to decide how much circle, and do I want them to go to the edges? Do I want them to be round or torn like the others, or square, cut square? I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to just kind of fussy tear around some of the circles and put them in as circles. What do y'all think about that idea? Put several of them. Tanya? You said circles, so tell me what you think about that idea. Sorry to make you stop knitting. Other people can chime in too. I'm just in the background. Yes to both. Okay. Trying to see how many I can get. 2 whole circles, but I'm sacrificing some other ones when I do that, so I have to order this one. Yeah. Okay, let's just do that first. Just do some whole circles. And then we'll see what we have left to work with. Because I like some of them coming off the page, but I do think it'd be good to have some of them that are complete circles. And I don't want another one of those. Oh, well, it's not exactly the same. Let's see. Oh, I was going to do this green one, and I do have that green one, although it won't be a whole circle. But anyway. So let's do... which one am I going to... I'm going to mess up more circles possibilities if I do that one. So let's do this one, even though we already have one similar to this. I'll decide. I may want to come in a little closer on all of them, because this one I had to come in kind of close. We will see. There's one. Okay. Okay, I have a dilemma. I can get this one that's mostly a circle, and this little one that's barely a circle, just barely a little bit, and have two more, or I can get this one that's a full circle and that's all. What do you think? The total circle or the two partial circles? Tanya says the partial ones. Okay. Okay. I couldn't do one full and one partial, Barbara. If I did the full one, I couldn't do either one of these. Um, so I had to choose. Hi, Debbie. Well, good luck. I never seem to get mine done. I hope you can. I do. I hope you can. Okay. Now then, the question is, do these go on top of these other papers or behind them, or a combination of the two? Look at the inner rings. Oh, well, yeah, I could do a few little ones. I could do that. Okay, let's do a few of those. You're making more work for me, Tanya. You know I don't like that. A combination. Okay. Thank you, Julie. I'm I don't think I want to go with just the um, single circles. I don't want to go that small, but I'll go down to two circles. Goodness, excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do this one that's a little bitty corner bit. And I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Okay. I'm going to start Trying to figure out how many I want underneath and how many I want on top. I could have that one peeking out underneath and still looking like it's a full circle. Hi, Deb. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad to see you. I'm just going to do some of them. And then okay, I'm going to do this one. Oops. I want to use this, I think. Miss Allie, did I say hi to you? I sure hope I did. I sure hope I did. If I didn't, I'm very glad you're here, even if I didn't say hi earlier. Hi, Anita. I have a confession to make, Anita. I hurt my elbow and I haven't been able to lift those boxes. So I haven't got your thing ready to mail tomorrow, your box of stuff ready to mail tomorrow, but I will do it as soon as I can, I promise. When my elbow gets feeling better. I have no idea what I did, but it does not like me right now. Okay, let's go ahead and put this one down. I was going to email you and I forgot just now. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on top. Me too, Teresa. Me too. I would have lots of mess on my pages if it didn't dry clear. Okay, I'm going to set that one right there. I think for now I'm going to move these and glue this down. You're visiting your mom right now, so that's where your mind is. Well, that is an appropriate place for your mind to be. Moms are important. Okay, and I'm going to put this one on top of that. And I think this page is done, and I like it. So now we got to decide. I was going to put one of those there. I'm just playing in this art journal, just putting down some background papers. We're not exactly sure what we're doing. If truth be told. Okay, I think, I'm not sure exactly where I want those, but I do think I want them on top of this. So I'll show you some of the other pages that are in here so you can kind of understand why I can't tell you exactly what we're doing more than that. Because it's something I do in stages. I'm not just doing an art journal page start to finish. Okay. Okay. The thunder is shaking your house. Oh, goodness, Teresa. Well, stay safe. I hope there's nothing dangerous in that thunder. Okay, we're about to get this page done. Oh, well, no matter what I do, it's going to be too much centered with something else. So we're just going to do it like that and be happy. Just keep talking. Okay. Okay. All right. Here's another page we did just a minute ago. And we just got this far with it, and that's it. And okay, at the beginning are some pages that I've played on already. Some of them I'm happy with, some of them I am not. This one is still going to need more stuff. I like this one, but it still needs something. This one I think is finished. I like it. I really like this one too, but I think it probably still needs something. This I don't like at all, so it definitely still needs something. This one I like. I could leave it like that and be happy. This one I don't like, so it definitely needs something. This one I think is finished. I think that one's finished. I like it. Now I guess I could come back and put some words on them. I'm not one of those people that thinks every page should have words, but I know some people do. And then here are some more of the pages that I've just glued stuff down on. And this one's pretty much finished, I think. This is a napkin. And there's a napkin that still needs some work. And then there's the one we just did. Let's see. I don't think that's going to stick to anything. Here's one we did with a napkin. We just put that in there. And these are just like the background that we'll need to do something to. There's another napkin we put in a few minutes ago. All these with the paper in between them we just did. And I like those. They're not going to need a whole lot. And then here's some more pages where I've just glued stuff down, but we haven't gotten any further than that with them. Here's pages that still need stuff. Here's another napkin. Here's another napkin. And here's some more pages that have stuff on them. That needs to be glued down better. Hi, Sandra. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. You like the napkin ones? Yeah, I do too. And those are the hardest ones for me to figure out what to do to them, though, because they just kind of feel like they're beautiful like they are. Okay, now I've got glue there. I'm gonna have to leave it open here because that glue is right in the crease and it'll stick itself together. That's as far as you got. Well, I understand exactly, Anita. That's how it is. Sometimes that's as far as we get. So I'm going to leave this open and set it aside. Those things need to dry. And here's some of my pieces that need to go back in the box. Because I think I'm done with that for tonight. You know where your desk is, you just can't see it. I know, yeah. I know where my desk and my tables and my my TV trays and my piano bench and my racks, my cards. I know where they all are, but they're just piled on top of. Hi, Riri. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Oh. Well, I feel like I should do something else. Oh, good for you, Yanita. I don't know if I ever get finished. As soon as I finish, then I get out a project and everything starts going downhill from there. Um, I don't know what I did to my elbow. It doesn't have a bruise on it or anything, but it really has been bothering me all day. So I haven't been able to pick up boxes or anything like that. But so that's making me limit the kinds of things I feel like I can do tonight because I don't want to make it worse than it is. You finished at 5 in the morning. Oh my goodness. I'd probably still be trying to recover from that. I would still be trying to recover from that. Okay. I've got the yellow delicates put on. Now I need to cut my blue and put it on and then put it together. Well, I need to know what you're making, Teresa, because obviously I missed something important. Oh, okay. Well, we want to see pictures. When you get it put together, we want to see pictures. My brain is, it's tired. It's not thinking. How do you store your smaller bits of paper ephemera? It kind of depends on what it is, Debbie. I have some things in little bitty drawers like die cuts. I have, oh, I almost dumped a bunch of books on my feet. That was not a good plan. I have these boxes, and this is the journal pantry stuff that Tanya and I were doing. Um, we made some ephemera to go in journals, and we just put them in here. These are envelopes that we made. Here are some little notepads to go in journals that we made. Here are some pockets. I've also got, if I can get that back in there, some things here that are just little things that are been cut out and stuff like that. Some of these came out of a book, but I thought they'd be fun to use, so I stuck them in here. These were in a bartender book that I altered. And these were things I cut out for my secret journal book. And then I didn't use them. I didn't have room for all of them. So I have a bunch of just that kind of stuff that's just stuck in here. Oh, that's interesting, Sandra. These are some little bitty journals that we made just for kicks that we could stick in pockets in journals, you know. So they're in there. I have a bunch of tags that I just cut out different things to use as bases. Just so I can grab some if I want to use them. I need to keep these out to use in my Abandoning Perfection journal because we're supposed to have a bunch of different kinds of labels and a bunch of different kinds of page things. This is just a piece of lace that I had cut it out of another piece of lace, and so I stuck it in there. Here are some little bits that we sewed on that I can put in journals, and I just stuck them in there. I was trying to see. Here's some of those little paperclip pins that we made that Tanya showed us how to make. And these are just bases. I still need to decorate those. So that's pretty much what's in this box. Yeah, I got it at Michael's, and normally they sell them for like $41.99, which is a ridiculous price, I think. But at once in a while they have containers and stuff on sale. They have containers on sale right now. I'm not buying stuff right now, so I didn't look to see what they had. But when I bought these, they had them on sale for $14.99. And $14.99, I'll pay for it, but I'm not going to pay $42 for it. Oh, that's good, Teresa. Yeah, they have colored ones. I like the clear ones myself so I can see better what's in it. Hobby Lobby carries them too. They're not quite the same. I don't think they have this double latch system. I may be wrong. I'm trying to remember what it was about those, the ones at Hobby Lobby, that I didn't like as well as these. Tanya, do you remember? Are you still around? Do you remember what it was about Hobby Lobbies? And they sell theirs for $25 at Hobby Lobby, not $41.99. But I'm trying to remember what it was about them we didn't like quite as well as these. And I can't remember because it's been a while. The latch. Yeah. This latch or the little, these in here. I can't remember which latch it is, but I really, these are really good quality. I just don't want to pay, you know, their normal asking price for them. The big latch. Okay. Because see, this you can carry real easily around. You don't have to worry about it because this is what latches it. Anyway, I have a couple of those, and I've got a lot of stuff stored in those. And the whole thing is lighter weight plastic. And it makes sense that they, you know, they charge less money for them because of those things. But if you can't get them on sale, then it's too much still, I think. You could do, I got something in the mail in this box, and I decorated it, and that's what I keep my stamps in. So you could do something like that. I have, you know, some little small divided containers that I put some things in. Oh, that sounds interesting, Yanita. I love old pictures. That would be cool. I'm never going to turn down old pictures. I don't want you spending a lot of money on them, though. Even at $1 a piece, you know, it adds up. I was trying to think what else. Let me put this back over here so I don't lose it. I've got this tin, and I've got some other tins that I sometimes keep things in. I took the stuff that was in here out because I'd used enough of it that it wasn't really a good use of the space. I don't know what I'm going to keep in here now, but these are sturdy, these old tins, and they're nice to keep stuff in. And you can get them in all different sizes, you know. I've also got some of these that I store, like these are belly bands and things we made when we were doing our journal pantry, but they were too big to go in those things. So I keep some stuff in this. These are my iced tea cans that I've embossed. And these are these are the things I made in when we were doing the spin art. And these are the white, you know, the papers that we had protecting the splatters. Need to use them. I got them now and I know where they are, but I need to use them. This is where I keep a bunch of words. And then here's one that don't have anything in yet. You keep hair pretties in it. That sounds like a good deal. I don't have any hair pretties. I also have a small one like this that came from Dollar Tree. Those other things came from Dollar Tree too. That I've got this kind of stuff that I printed off and put in here. Except for this. That's a Tim Holtz ephemera pack. I just stuck it in here because it's about the same size as all of these things. And I just literally stuck stuff right on top of that book that I was trying to let dry. That's not a good plan. Now on to learning how to use the spirograph. Yeah. Oh, let me put these books back up. Oh, sorry, just a second. I was going to see if I could find some other ways I've stored things. I've got this cigar box that I decorated, and I keep a bunch of circles and butterflies and these little flower cutouts and some squares, just a bunch of stuff like that I, that were just cut out of magazines. Keep them in there. You'll get a lot of practice, though, won't you, Teresa? You don't have any hair left. You let Jeff cut it. Well, I wouldn't have any left if Darren cut mine, that's for sure. Does the Dollar Tree one work? I want to see what she's talking about. The spirograph. Yeah, I think the Dollar Tree one works. I was going to get out while we're sitting here, if I can find it. Tanya gave me this one, and I haven't even opened it up and used it yet, so let's play with it a little bit. I need something hard here, though, because that cardboard, the pins puncture in it, and that doesn't work well. Okay, this is called Design Ruler, is the brand, and it's got these three little things. And I guess you can make little ones. No, these are just, I think, to use, well, maybe it works. It doesn't have any teeth. I think those are just to make circles with. I think you use the spirograph things in here. We will see. There's no instructions. You just got to be smart enough to figure it out. So let me get some paper and we will try. We will see if I'm smart enough to figure it out. Okay. Yours is irritatingly long. Well, my hair would be pathetic if it was long. So Darren liked it when my hair was long. Okay, one problem is this will slide. So I'm thinking I need to tape it down if I'm going to make this work. Let me get some tape. Well, this one didn't come from Dollar Tree. I can't remember where Tanya got it, but it wasn't Dollar Tree. Let's put it down here. You bumped yourself out? Well, I'm sorry about that, Julie. Amazon. She got them on Amazon. Okay, that ought to be able to work. Let's use this little pin here, and let's start. Let's do the very center. Whoops. Okay. If you need to cut out a circle, this will almost work. Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't know if it'll still work. Maybe my pen is too sharp. Okay, that's that one. Let's do one of these. Gentle and slow. Yeah, this pin is very sharp. It's got a very tiny point on it. I think I might need to find something that's gentler because I'm not very good at being gentle. So, okay, let's try that again. There's that one. And let's just let's try this one here. Oh no. Well, I got off the track, messed it up, but I like that. I wasn't genteel enough. I guess I'm just not that gentle a person. Okay, let's move the paper and try again. And I'm not good at slow. Definitely not good at slow. And let's move it down here a little closer to me. Maybe that'll make it easier too. Okay, let's try a smaller one here. We're going to go gentle and slow. Well, that didn't work. Maybe I'm... Okay, I think there's a right side and a wrong side. Let's go with the middle one. Okay, that's not very exciting. Let's go with the outside one. And I messed up on the slow again. So let's start here. Okay, that would make a whole circle if we didn't have other junk underneath it. So let's try this little one. Ah! Okay, gentle and slow is not my wheelhouse. You posted yours? All right. I keep messing up. You know what else I think I need? I think I need thicker paper. Let me get some cardstock. I think that'll be easier. That's true. I forgot these lines are not smooth. Yeah. It's not smooth, and it's not so unsmooth that you think about it, but it's not smooth. Okay. We'll use this instead. Maybe it'll be better. Except that's going to slide. This may not be the day for me to do this. It could be that simple. Okay, let me get some cardstock. Okay, I do have some. Where is it? Oh, it's not where I thought it was. Okay. We're going to practice until we can get one decent one. If we can get one decent one, I'm going to be happy. But now I need to tape this thing down too, or I'm going to have a mess. Okay. Okay. We're going to try again. Good night, Candy. I'm going to start with this one. Done. We can quit now. You did want to go to bed sometime. Well, I did it, Tanya. There it is. Oh. Let's start with this one here. I don't know if that'll look good over it or not, but oh, that actually looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone. Going to leave that one alone. Okay, I'm also going to stick another piece of tape on here because I think that maybe that will help it stay in place. All right. Let's start with the center one. Cardstock works a lot better. Black and white journal. Yes, Tanya, exactly. Tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Sometime during our black and white journal, we will mess with this. Uh-oh. Well, it got out of place. So I messed this one up. It's a good thing I left that other one alone. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be able to go to bed yet. Yes, I think we'll use these for it. I think that's a good idea. We can use those too. Okay, let's move it and try it again. I am gonna go in soon though. Um, I am. Good night, Mary. Thanks for coming. All right, let's try this one. There's that one. Fairly uniform. Okay, see how that's going under there? Got to hold it down, some of these. If I held it down, that one would look pretty cute, but I didn't. So let's do it over here again and let's hold it down. Okay, there's that. I like that. Can't remember. Okay, let's try this one. That one looks pretty good. Okay. Well, these are fun, and I'm going to stick them in with my stuff for the black and white journal because that's definitely will be fun to use. But I am going to call it a night. I think hopefully tomorrow my elbow will not be bothering me, and I can concentrate better. So I'm going to stick these back in here. I think I did have this on the list of things to use. I'm pretty sure I put this on the list. I just hadn't gotten it out. Yeah, see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time on Tanya's channel. It's definitely a learning curve. Amen for that. And thank you all for coming. I enjoyed your company, and God bless you. Have a great night. Sleep well. Everybody feel better tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.